Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SNHU Esports. We are on the third and final map. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome. Today we are watching SNHU Yellow, our second roster, versus Utica University Varsity B, which is quite a mouthful. But we are now on the third and final map, the Decider. Obviously, let's have a quick little recap. Why don't you bring us through the first two maps?
Well, for Bind, SNHU cleaned up pretty well here, getting 13-4. That's a pretty strong lead, if I do say so myself. UTP also getting a pretty strong lead in the beginning. SNHU was able to fight back for a little bit, ending things off at 13-11 for UTP here. And now we're on Lotus for the Decider. It is 1-1. This game will be the final game of the final game of this match, I should say. Or is it the other way around?
The final map of this game.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say. It's been a very long night here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm pretty excited for this map here. We have seen it a lot on our blue team, and I'm just excited to see what lineups they've got.
Yeah, so why don't you throw us straight into Agents Flex, because why do we talk about it if we can just look at it? And we see picks coming straight out from SNHU with Hui picking that Killjoy. You know, I'm a little bit of a Killjoy connoisseur myself.
Yeah, I mean, on Lotus, when you have that, that little trap you can put onto, is it C?
We'll talk about your lineups later. Marcus Port coming out with that Breach. Suka taking the Astra for a run. Potato on the Fade. Oh, I love Fade on this map.
I have not seen Fade in a while.
And we have Blitz on the Raze. Blitz had a lot of impact as a duelist last game, so hopefully with that Raze, he's able to make the same amount of impact. Why don't you take us through Utica?
Yeah, Utica, we have Joyce still on the arena, not getting rid of that whatsoever. Fun have her hovering that Fade. Will, it looks like, gonna be playing Phil, maybe Smoker. Seeker with the Chamber again, maybe, or hovering over Chamber, I should say. Having that operator, those strong, again, just a strong gun, strong sheriff, the teleport to get your way out of there. And then I believe we have Minx on the Omen. So.
Oh, never mind. We might be seeing a Harbor come out.
A Harbor would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't seen it in a very long time. But Minx is gonna he's gonna make this stream amazing. Gonna get the Harbor in there on this. But the thing is, normally with Harbor, you want to play a double smoke there, because after his walls go up, I mean, they're only there for a limited amount of time, just like with other
would you consider his Cove a smoke?
I would, because yes, you can hide in it, and yes, you can, you have to shoot it if you want to shoot, through it, but you can just use it as a blocking area too, and it's almost like Deadlock's ability, except no, it's not. What am I talking about? You can't. It's a smoke that you can't shoot through. I mean, that's pretty. It's pretty good. At least for a little bit there. But again, I'm really surprised to see Harbor come out, because, like I said before, having your long range smokes with his wall being so similar to Phoenix's and just stretching out, it's like you want to have another smoker to cover up the spots that he missed, because it's really hard to move the wave, especially with how I don't know, what's the, how sensitive the wall is. It's just, you have to be very skilled to hit every single exit point or entry point on the site. That's all I'm trying to say. So, but hopefully it works out in their favor. I mean, we're seeing Harbor. I mean, I haven't seen Harbor in so long. He's amazing.
You've recovered from your Harbor drought.
I know.
And
get it, because water.
Yes,
okay.
he will turn the tides this round, and we do see Joyce get that first pick. Joyce is such an incredibly strong duelist. We have been seeing just consistent picks come out of him all 3 games. So he gets his second onto Potato, already bringing it out to a 5v3. Oh, that Prowler, sorry.
I think it's a Prowler.
No, not the Prowler. The Prowler is the dog. It was the Haunt.
Is it the Haunt?
Yes.
I thought that was the ebook ability. Anyways, never mind. You keep going.
The Haunt coming out, going to give a little bit of information over at Mound, but we are still looking at a little bit of a slower rotate coming out from SNHU. Suka going to get that nice pick onto Minx, which is going to let Hui walk straight into Joyce. That was a really, really good kill for them, and that's going to get them down to a 3v2. Hui is left on 5 HP. Suka is also extremely low. Blitz going to get that last pick onto Will. Seeker going to try to get Hui. Is he going to be able to look at Blitz? He is, but it's not enough. Blitz getting a third onto Seeker. Blitz has turned a switch on.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. In these last 2 games, he has just flipped that switch. He is blitzing out.
Let's see.
I'm trying to be clever there.
It's good. No, it's okay. That was amazing. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Now, I mean, now he's gonna be up with this gun here. He's gonna be having that Guardian or maybe the Bulldog. He's just gonna have a heavy weapon in general. They're having these guns only gonna put them more favored throughout this round here. And Joyce is also gonna be working out pretty well here. I mean, she's 2-1 right now, and having that Sheriff. I mean, we've seen her use it before in the past, and it's like. They're good. They're good with the with the Sheriff. There's nothing else to really say.
Oh, that Prowler gets Joyce immediately as Blitz finds that pick onto Will. Blitz finding
Oh my goodness.
immediately. What a massacre on the site. It's all up to Seeker. He is caught in
He wants the ace.
He wants the
Yeah,
Blitz getting his first ace of this game after what? 3-4 Kings?
Something like that. I mean, that is insane.
That's going in the clip dump for
It
sure.
has to. 8-0, third round, might I add, and he already has a showstopper. I mean, I mean, okay, I must be overreacting because you're not reacting at all.
I mean, you're talking about showstoppers.
I
So
mean, yeah, but like, you know how many ult points that is? That's 8.
Yeah,
and he has
because
8 kills.
Guess how many kills?
He has
Oh my
8
god!
kills.
Congratulations!
No, that's not the point. Whatever. But anyways, I'm so sorry here. Blitz is actually just popping off, and he's just getting in there. Marcus Pork is ready for the blind to help him out
He gets
here.
that aftershock off immediately. Gonna try and get that seismic blast down as well, but looks like he's gonna try and wait a little bit. Oh, Blitz falling to Minx. A Seeker also finds his pick onto Marcus Pork. Suka finally able to get one onto Seeker. That one trade is not bad, definitely better than having none, but it's still pretty heavy impact as Minx going to just rotate over with his team, just block off a little bit of B with his High Tide and his Cascade, and it's enough for them to get onto site for Funhaver Hob to get that plant down. We are going to see Hui. He is just held off from site with that Nano Swarm, and it's just so good for taking space. Is Potato going to walk into Joyce? That is unfortunate.
Suga able to get a pick of his own here, and he has to work with Hui, but unfortunately they're just so far away. They're not able to work together for these trades. Funhaver is gonna get a pick, Hui as well, and Funhaver is left on low HP. Could be able to get a couple picks out, but Minx has his back there near main there and is gonna get that pick, and that is the first round of this game going to Utica. That was a great round to come on, and that was definitely a round that you wanted to take away from SNHU, because if not, that bonus was going to be just massive for them, especially for the next 1, 2, maybe even 3 rounds if they're able to keep that up. Yeah, definitely. And now having Joyce again, having her ultimate here, her ultimate only costs 8, I believe, or no, sorry, not 8, 6, I believe, and it's just you can get that so rapidly, especially if you get all the ult points of where you're going, and just getting a couple picks, you can get that pretty fast here. And it looks like UTP, they're gonna be kind of rushing in onto C here with every single member there. Blitz is gonna fall
right through that little sliver over at Mound. Mound is such an interesting place to play around, because I don't know, can you shoot through Mound?
I don't believe so. So it's just a structure you just walk over. So it's real, again, like you said, really hard to play around. Potato is gonna be in that back a little area there. I mean, when you're Fade, I believe, you just gotta work with what you've got. I mean, it's not Killjoy. You can't really peek out too much. He just has to keep holding these angles here. And oh my goodness. It's so unfortunate. I couldn't even talk. That's how sad it was.
Potato, however, going to get that trade onto Joyce. Asuka finds his own onto Seeker. Bring that down to a 3v3. The High Tide is still up all the way over at A, but it doesn't look like they're going to A anymore, as we see that 2 Prowlers coming out at the same time. Oh, Potato with that beautiful shot onto Minx. Finding a third onto Will. He's going to find his fourth. Unfortunately, falls to Funhaver Hob, but he did his point. He made it come down to a 2v1. It is all up to Funhaver Hob against Suka and Hui. And Funhaver Hob, he does have the spike now, but he knows he has to walk into both of them. And we see Suka able to just clean that up nicely for that 3rd round, heading over to SNHU. Really beautiful teamwork coming out of them.
Yeah, especially for the start of this game here, SNHU is doing pretty well. You got 3 rounds already on the board. UTP has 1, and this is the round where if they win this, they will have to save again. But it looks like they're gonna take a precaution. UTP is gonna save a little bit right now, just gonna play a little bit of a hero gun here. Again, putting that on Joyce is gonna be the biggest thing, because having 2 duelists, if one of them falls, you don't have, it's like you don't have that same ability to push in like you did before here. And again, all stacked up, that aftershock is going to be, or fault line is just going to be massive for Marcus Pork there.
Still waiting.
Ooh, Potato gonna try to use that haunt again, but she's not quite up at this moment as we see that haunt come out from Utica to try and get a little bit of information. That Prowler as well, and the high tide, just every single bit of utility that they possibly can use. The showstopper, I hear it coming out. Oh, not quite able to find anyone as Joyce able to find that pick onto Blitz, Potato, and Marcus Pork, each finding their own onto Joyce and Will. It's down to a 4v3, and you know, with this Cove coming up, we are going to see Funhaver Hob getting a little bit of a better gun, but, you know, it's definitely still not the position they want to be. They're caught in the Cove. They know that they're down a person. It's pretty tricky. Oh, that C's almost getting Potato in a tricky situation, but he's able to sidestep it just in time.
Definitely. I mean, they're still left in all these areas here. They're not moving at all. That haunt comes out again. Does not reveal anyone. Marcus Pork is behind this rock. As they start to push out here, looks like the defenders of SNHU are not going to be moving whatsoever, but just very closely there. We'll get that headshot.
Really, really nice picks coming from both Marcus Pork and Potato, and we see them just clean that round up.
Yeah, they had no reason to move from that spot whatsoever. I believe they heard them, you know, switch out the gun, using that Cove, just able to sneak in, sneak out. I don't feel like, I feel like there was no reason to go all the way to C, especially with the time running down. They just had to wait their time, and you know, that's what they did. They did get they did get their kill.
Let's back it up and we'll start the sentence again.
They did get that kill in the end.
Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. You know, honestly, we've been seeing so many Vandals that it's so nice. It's so refreshing to see that one or two people still use the Phantom, because I'm a Phantom girly.
Yeah,
I
Phantom
love
is
the
nice.
Phantom.
It shoots faster. It's a little bit more recoil, but if you can control it and you know you hit some headshots, or if you're if you want to just hit the body very fast, it's also very good at that as well here. But now UTP doing a little bit of a split push here, having some members go into B and some members going into C. This is going to work out more in SNHU's favor as they have the gravity well and the alarm bot in the same area.
Oh, Joyce walking straight into that alarm bot. Like you said, Suka going to get that first pick onto Joyce. That is going to delay their push exponentially because like we talk about so much, Reina is such an incredible duelist and just being able to take space. Oh, unfortunately, as she was caught in her astral plane, she is going to get caught out. Oh, my goodness. That... You know, Harbor's ult is so great. That Reckoning is just so good for taking up so much space, especially since you are caught off guard. Oh my goodness. We are also going to see the Nightfall come out. Potato going to get that nice pick onto Meg. Suka with his third, finding one onto Funhaver Hot. Potato finding just so many picks from both of them, and Blitz just closes that round out, finding Seeker. What a beautiful round to come out from SNHU.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates used there. Was that two?
So first up we had the Reckoning, and then after that we had the Nightfall. So both very the only term I want to say is the league term, you know, crowd control.
Yeah,
you know, you're able to get a lot of people at the same time, and also it's a lot of information. Obviously with the Nightfall, not only do you get the tails because you get to see exactly where people are, you also take away their hearing for a little bit.
Oh, true. That's right. So you can't hear the footsteps. Everything's just muffled.
Yeah, and you can also send prowlers attached to those trails. It does a lot of damage, and it's great for seeking. Will gonna get caught out by that haunt as he tries to send the paint shells out. And you know, haunts are great for information. They truly reveal so much of the area. And it gives a lot of potential to just try to, you know, bring things back up. We are also going to see the Cascade once again come back out. Joyce falls to Marcus Pork as Seeker finds one onto Blitz. Will right there to get that trade onto Marcus Pork as well. It's down to a 3v4. The Cove comes out. Oh, Minx going to catch Suka unaware. That is unfortunate as it falls into a 4v2. Seeker is left on 1 HP. And we see Potato just capitalize on that. That high tide tries to come out. The Prowler also coming out from Potato. He needs to check his heaven. He has to be so careful. Will is up in heaven, but he falls away. The haunt gets destroyed. It's a 2v4 situation. It is all up to Hoy and to...
Oh no.
Oh my god, and to Potato, but Potato and Will each able to find their own picks. Will going to find Hoy. Will also has his showstopper out in this 1v2 situation. Will is caught on such low HP. Potato only lost one HP. Literally just 1 HP. That showstopper coming out. And what a beautiful pick coming out from Potato for that 3K and this beautiful clutch round.
Oh my god. It seems like every single round we've seen has always been like down to the wire like suspense. Like it's just so much happening and so many ults being used too. Potato having the potato aim spray is so funny. And then it's just so many ultimates used at the at the same time there. And now SNHU, he has the oh, okay, wait, the Cosmic Divide.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, okay, I got it. He has the Cosmic Divide and the Breach Ultimate just to stun everyone, throw them up in the air, you know.
What's the Breach Ultimate called?
Thunderbolt.
So Rolling Thunder comes out and Will uses his blast packs to get across almost immediately, but Blitz right there to make sure that he doesn't get too far across as Will goes down to Blitz. There's so much utility that just got used, from the paint shells to the Haunt to the High Tide, and now we are going to see once again that Cascade get pulled up, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they might actually be trying to move over to C. Yep, they bring the High Tide out. We saw the Aftershock come out as well. Oh, the alarm bot comes off and the lockdown too. Oh, who he's able to get one onto Seeker as Joyce takes Hui out for that trade. It's down to a 3v3 as Funhaver Hav is able to find one more onto Suka. Minx gonna try to get that plant down. There's a 5-round discrepancy between these two teams, so they really want to get this round back up.
Definitely. And again, like you said, 3v3, we are going to see maybe a little bit of that Rolling Thunder coming out here. Minx is going to get caught in that.
Oh, Joyce able to find one onto Potato as Blitz takes Minx out. Joyce on a roll, gonna be able to get a 3K onto Marcus Pork. It is all up to Blitz here. And we do see Joyce in that Empress, if I'm not mistaken. And Joyce finds a 4th onto Blitz, bringing that well-deserved 2nd round home to Utica.
Yeah, I don't think Joyce was in that Empress, by the way, but being able in that dismiss, just moving around.
Yeah, you're right, the dismiss.
Yeah, just again, like you're not vulnerable. You're just your mobility is just insane with that dismiss, because you're running at, I believe, sprinting speed, or dismissing at sprinting speed, and you're invulnerable at that time. So pretty cool ultimate, if I do say so myself here. But yeah, like you said, that 5-round difference is they wanted to win that round. That was really important for them, and we already see that that's kind of hurting SNHU's economy. I believe Suka has a judge, which is awesome. I mean, we haven't seen the judge in so long, and judges are just amazing for these kills here, and it really matters if how well they're gonna use it or not. But UTP kind of pushing over towards the C area, leaving Joyce at A. Yeah.
We're going to walk straight into a fist fight happening at C. Potato gonna get that first pick onto Will as Funhaver Hav is able to find Hui as well. That Prowler trying to find a little bit of information, but not quite there. Oh, Potato through the High Tide. Beautiful pick onto Funhaver Hav as Manx tries to get that plant down. We see that Nightfall come out as well. Going to get a lot of information. That Prowler getting sent out as well onto Seeker. Oh my goodness, I would not want to be Seeker in this situation as Potato finds the 3rd onto Minx. He finds the 4th onto Joyce as Joyce is able to take Marcus Pork out. It is down to a 2v1 now as Seeker is able to find one onto Potato. It is all up to Blitz. Seeker is left on 23 HP. Blitz knows exactly where he is, and Blitz with yet again another clutch as he gets that defuse down. Beautiful 7th round coming out of SNHU.
Yeah, Potato almost getting that ace there. 4 kills is absolutely insane, or just a 4 kill in general. And now back up to that 5-round difference. SNHU in the lead, 7-2, in a pretty comfortable spot, I'd say. They're not really losing too much economy, but they like, it's like, they're not on a lose streak, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like they have some light shield every now and then, but it's not so bad to where, they're dirt poor, they need to save so much, And same kind of thing with UTP. They've been able to life buy, at least with Sheriffs, and just a little bit of a Hero Vandal every other round or so. So these guys are keeping up their economy. It's not to where they're just running classics every single round, and that's momentum you kind of want to just keep having, because you never know when you have those clutch rounds.
That Prowler coming out going to do a lot of information as that Flashpoint also comes out. Blitz and Potato each able to find their own pick down at B to clear that out and bring the spike to them. Funhaver Hav knows he has to walk across the battle zone, that is B, in order to try and retrieve that spike, and he knows he is walking into just loaded crosshairs as we see Blitz finding a second onto Funhaver Hav. Hop. It's all up to Minx in this 2v5 situation. That Prowler is going to get the better of him. Minx and Joyce are left alone in A main. This is very tricky for them as they know that all of them are caught in that situation. Suka gonna be able to find that pick onto Joyce. It's all up to Minx in this 1v5 situation. We might be seeing a flawless round come out of here as Minx tries to get it on, and Blitz with his 3rd kill going to get that flawless 8th round over to SNHU. This has been going really well for SNHU lately, and honestly, I'm pretty surprised that we haven't seen a timeout come from Utica.
Yeah, I don't think Utica has had a timeout for all 3 maps.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so like you said, just having that, that reset that you always say, just taking down to cool down and see what's wrong is always super important. So yeah, I'm also a little bit surprised that they don't have a timeout, but if SNHU is able to win these next 2 rounds here, that's going to put them at 10-2 for match, or not match point, for the swap, and that's just an amazing spot you want to be in. 9-3, this is curse. That 10-2, you're just in a good spot in general. And oh my god, Blitz, 2 kills right off the bat.
It's just too easy for Blitz, apparently. Like, after that 2nd game, that was the warm-up he needed.
That was he was warming up for the 3rd map.
Exactly. Funhaver Hob going to try to get Hui here, and we do see that Prowler come out to try and get some information. Will is going to be able to use that to swing off and try to get that pick onto Hui. We are now in a 3v2 situation. That blast pack coming out. Ooh, the C's as well. That could keep Blitz in a pretty tricky situation, but he is going to have those paint shells just to fall back on. We are going to see Potato send his haunt down to try and get a little bit of information down onto the side. The C's coming out as well might catch Will out as we hear that Nightfall come down. Don't think it's quite able to catch anyone yet. Will going to find Potato down at drop. Funhammer Hop going to walk straight into Potato and Blitz. And we are seeing that 3rd round get over to Utica, and that is exactly what they needed, because finishing that half 9-3 or 8-4 is a lot better than 10-2.
Absolutely. But here's a real question. Do they really want to win this round for that 9-3 curse to activate? Or do they want to sacrifice this round, make it 8-4, and have a more guaranteed not curse?
I think curse or not curse, I think this round is going to be interesting, because Marcus Pork, I'm not too sure what he's planning to do here. We see him with a light shield and a classic. I do wonder.
He must think he's Chamber or something.
Yeah, so that has me just a little bit curious about what he was planning to do. So we're going to have to keep a little bit of a closer eye to him as we see a full C stack. And poor Hui is left all on his own at C. But, obviously he does have his setup there, his alarm bot. And it's just not enough. Joyce runs full through. She knows what to expect. As Reina playing so many times, exactly who's being left there. And I think it's pretty usual to have just a Killjoy left on C. Suka going to get one onto Joyce. That's C is going to get a lot of information as Will's able to get Marcus Pork. Blitz getting that trade onto Will. Funhaver Hob and Secret just finishing that round off. Like you said, they might have been trying to avoid that 9-3 curse.
I think that was the exact motive that they were doing there. I mean, you never want to have a curse on you. Why would you do that? That's terrible. So let's just lose the round. 8-4 now. SNHU is going to be on the attacking now. We're going to be seeing a lot of that solo duelist kind of blitzing in.
Wow.
If I do say so myself. We're gonna see, turrets to watch the behind. We're gonna see alarm bots, swarm grenades on the bomb. A lot of smokes, I'd say. Fade's not really, again, not really a smoker, but 2 initiators having the blind, and again, like I said before, the recon and Astra. You see the wall come up, the well, her ultimate. The wall.
So the Cosmic Divide?
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing, the wall for simplicity. It's just a lot of area coverage you can do with Astra.
What's new on attack, I'm not surprised to see them acting a lot more aggressively than they used to. Joyce is going to go down to Blitz for that first pick. That flashpoint all the way to that seismic blast. It was a lot, and it was able to get them onto site almost immediately. A Seeker able to find Hui, finds just a 1 trade for Utica, and it brings the numbers back down, but the spike is already planted, so now we do have that, a little bit of a time crunch. Suka able to find Seeker all the way out at Mound as Minx gets caught in the Prowler. That's a lot of information coming out for SNHU. Oh, that's unfortunate to get caught in that, as you are now concussed, and Suka is able to, kind of just use that, capitalize off it, get that pick onto Will. Minx, however, is on a roll, able to get 2. Funhaver Hob finding 2 of his own as well to close that round off. Really, really nice first pistol coming out from Utica here.
Yeah, it just felt like that round was like, it almost felt like like super long. I mean, the fights
It was
weren't
long,
like,
but it was short at the same time.
yeah, it was like the fights were like they weren't completed right away. People were just left on super low HP, and that's how they were able to get those little double picks there. And getting that is just that's just gonna be huge, especially for this pistol round. Having that at 8-5 can only mean that you're favored to win 8-6, and at that point you're only down by 2 rounds there. So for SNHU, it's not too well, and for UTP, you're looking to push pretty hard for the next couple of rounds here, because if anything, you want to make sure you're at least tied 8-8, and you want to get that win before overtime.
Just like you said it, I couldn't have put it any better. And it does look like SNHU is stacking up towards more of a B push this time, playing a lot slower than they used to. I wonder if they're going to try and push through that high tide. Oh, Minx looks straight into Blitz as that high tide falls. That was rather unfortunate, and we are going to see a lot of shots get fired off. Oh, Seeker using that rendezvous to get away into a little bit more of a safer position after being able to find one target into Marcus Pork. Seeker finding a second onto Hoya, third onto Potato. Joyce finishing that off with a flawless round onto Suka. What a fast round coming out of Utica.
Yeah, I mean, when you're all stuck in that area, you don't have any other buildings or surroundings to kind of just, peek back and forth off of. Not to mention that you're slowed as well, so you can't. You're just stuck there. You're just a sitting duck at that point. Seeker, with the Marshall, is just gonna. He misses. Oh, cover. He hits cover. He's just back and forth all the time, and he's able to get that round for them. I believe getting two or three kills, but now SNHU is going to be having all Vandals with a light shield here, and it looks like they're going to finally go for an A push. I believe that is the one side that they did not push, but third time's a charm. Why not here? It looks like Funhaver Have and Will is going to be pretty prepared for this.
Oh, that Haunt going to get a lot of information. Asuka is able to get that first pick onto Seeker all the way over at C site. Seeker is normally always left on C, and we are going to see the repercussions of that. We are going to see that cascade come out from the harbor as well. Joyce might try to rotate over to C, and that's just a little bit of a good read coming out from them, as it looks like SNHU players are trying to stack either onto B or to C, but once again, they are just rotating freely. They haven't quite made their mind up yet, and with a minute left on the clock, who really needs to make their mind up? Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, the attackers do. they need to figure out where they're gonna push here.
They still have a whole minute.
True.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, that's true, but they are just sitting at spawn right now, just barely peeking out into main. They don't want to, really mess around with the UTP, because they can play a little weird as well, playing in spots that they're not really used to here. But it looks like they're gonna finally make a full out push over onto A, and now UTP, they can either just play, they can hide and play retake, or they can try and fight all members of SNHU right now.
Blitz going to use his boombot to try and get a little bit of information. It doesn't clear out where Will is, but hopefully he looks into him.
Oh.
Unfortunately, falling to Will. Suka gets that pick onto Joyce. Will still caught in the back corner. Finally falls down to Potato as it's caught down to a 4v1. Hui finds that pick onto Mance, and it's all up to Funhaver Have as he gets the crispiest shot of his life onto Marcus Pork. I would hate to be Marcus Pork at that moment, because that's devastating. Potato finally able to catch him out before he does any more damage, but can we talk about that shot?
I mean, Funhaver, he's having some fun. He just swung, saw Marcus Pork by, and then just went back to holding the same
I don't even know how much of Marcus Pork he saw.
I don't know either, but all I can say is Marcus Pork, he's not doing too well right now. Poor man, he is struggling just a teeny tiny bit there, especially as Breach, but the assist is insane. 10 assists as Breach, that's where you want to be at. I mean, kills don't even matter at that point, because you're having your blinds work, you're having your fault lines hit. If you're just able to be a team player in your abilities, you're golden.
Flash assist is so important, especially as Breach, as we see Joyce try to face every single member from SNHU
Marcus
as
Pork
they
is
try to
fighting
head
back.
onto Z. Marcus Pork, however, does find that first pick onto him. That Pain Shells and the Prowler going out as well, just to get a little bit more space,
Yeah, you can never have too much space trying to push up into here. Bomb is down, and those smokes are going to be disappearing soon. They've got to act fast.
Will getting that pick onto Marcus Pork. Unfortunate for Marcus Pork, as Potato is also able to find one onto Will. The spike is already planted, but Potato is at such low HP. It's so dangerous for him, and we do see him playing slightly outside of sight. Oh, Manx going to get a nice pick onto Blitz to bring that back down to a 3v3 as we see the high tide once again come out. Seeker finding that pick onto Potato. This is quite dangerous now as Funhaver Hop able to find both Hui and Suka to catch that round now. That is unfortunate, especially since the spike was ticking down.
Yeah, they just were able to just move pretty fast there. SNHU, they got off a bomb pretty fast. They were just waiting for them to defuse it, but then they didn't. I don't think they thought about Harbor's ultimate, or not ultimate, ability. The,
Yep, his cascade.
Is it the Cascade or the High Tide? Which one is it? I forgot.
Let's say it's the High Tide.
The High Tide.
Yeah.
Okay. The High Tide, just being able to just, again, morph around wherever you put it, and he's just able to block off that bomb so well to where you can't even see the diffuser's head diffusing it, even on top of mound there. So that's pretty important for them. And now SNHU, instead of pushing C, they're gonna do a complete 180, push on over onto A here. But oh my, the grab. Yeah.
And the haunt coming straight up after as well. See, this is why I stopped playing Fade. My Fade doesn't do that.
It doesn't go where I want it to go.
Yeah, my Fade
when I'm not
doesn't.
looking there.
My Fade is broken. I need a refund.
Oh, no.
Getting some beautiful
Poor
sheriff
Seeker.
shots onto Seeker. I could barely see Hui, but Hui apparently could see Seeker a lot better than I could. Maybe I need to change my prescription. Maybe my glasses are just dying on me.
just maybe here. But
oh, but C is left completely open.
I was gonna say Hui does have an upgrade as well from the Sheriff over onto the Vandal now, being able to push in pretty well. We are gonna see that Cosmic Divide come up as well.
Good job!
Thank you.
Go.
I know. I'm amazing. I know.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No, I would.
All right, well, Joyce is going to get caught out by the Nano Swarm, that's a great way, once again, to just capture a little bit more space and just keep them out for a little bit longer, especially since they're probably going to wait until this wall falls. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that's unfortunate. We see a straight massacre on the site. It's all up to Suka. He's able to find 2 of his own, but in this 1v2 situation, and it's pretty hard, especially since he's going to have to try to get that diffuse down as well. Oh, swings out just a little bit too wide, and in the end, it's not enough. We see the 8th round head over to Utica, and definitely with SNHU having such a large...
large what?
Such a large lead in the beginning.
Yeah.
For them to for Utica to have caught up to them so easily.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard right now, we see that Utica won 4 in a row. You know, SNHU was able to break that streak, and then they win 2 again there. I mean, they just need 1 more round, and then they're back up at 9-9. That's winning 3 games in a row there. And if SNHU were to win 3 games in a row, they would have been at match point. So this is it's a lot of scariness coming out from UTP here. Just flicking a switch. We are gonna see that Tour de Force come out, as well as 4 other ultimates that could possibly be used. And SNHU just has sheriffs. So it's a kind of scary, seeing where you gotta be. If that shows, they don't have a showstopper, thankfully, because all of SNHU is literally just in one little pocket together.
I would love to get a showstopper off just on one person. I think if I did that, my Valorant career would be over. But we are going to see, once again, that Reckoning coming out. That's going to be great for crowd control, just to make sure that the entirety of B space is now just contained. It's locked off. They're not going to be able to use it. And we are going to see them try to facilitate a rotate onto a C site. As that Tour de Force able to find that Prowler. But, it's enough information for them already. Seeker going to be forced out just slightly with that Tour de Force. He's going to be trying to hold those corners. Oh, Seeker finally able to find one onto Blitz. We saw that trigger control as Joyce is also able to find one onto Potato. Marcus Pork finding one onto Joyce. Makes going to get that pick onto Marcus Pork. Seeker with a second onto Suka. It's down to a 1v4. Hui doing wonderfully with 2 picks against Seeker and Minx, but in the end it's not enough as Funhaverhoff comes up from behind and takes Hui as his final pick. Hui almost went on a straight rampage there with those crispy sheriff shots.
It was, I mean, when you're on the sheriff, I mean, you just have to hit your shots there, because you don't have any space to really just spray. It's just not gonna work. You have to hit your headshots, otherwise there's no point in buying a sheriff there. But now SNHU is gonna be getting all Vandals out, and we are gonna see a timeout as well. Again, normally we see it around the 8th round here, but just losing 3 rounds in a row, I mean, you want to have that timeout, especially when now it's 9-9.
Exactly.
You only have a couple rounds, like four rounds really, to try and move around and change up your playstyle, and that's really not enough, honestly.
Especially with, when you start off with a bit more of a lead, you're getting very confident. You think you know where you are, and then having that lead taken away from you as you swap around, it's a tricky position to be found in. But after seeing their playstyles, what would you say should be the biggest change that SNHU should take? SNHU is the only one who has called a timeout as of yet. So either Utica is feeling extremely confident, or maybe they're just not as used to taking timeouts. And we've seen a lot of schools who don't utilize timeouts as well. So I don't know, like, what are you kind of expecting to see after this?
Honestly, I have no idea, because we've seen them play aggressive. We've seen SNHU play aggressive and passive at the same time, and passive didn't work, so they did play aggressive, and now it's like a mix of both almost. And it's like it's so weird trying to like depict like what is the best move right now, because I mean, they just won 3 games in a row, but SNHU is oh my god, is able to get bombed down. So maybe it's just holding the bomb. Maybe that's just the one thing they need to change.
Seeker almost able to get that out, but not quite in time. Gonna take that rendezvous and run far, far away, just as I do when I miss my shots. Joyce gonna be able to get that pick onto Blitz, however, to open that round up and just really get SNHU just a little bit scared, you know, shivering in their timbers, if I may say, as they try to get back onto site. Seeker finally able to reestablish his, you know, possession, get one onto Marcus Pork, as Suka and Potato each able to find their picks of their own. It's down to a 3v3, and we might see the Nightfall come out of Funhaver Hob. Oh my god, that Showstopper might do so much damage as well. Oh, we are also going to see the Nano Swarm come out as Manx is able to get that pick onto Hoy. Potato goes down, and so does Suka to that Showstopper. What a devastating blow being delivered to SNHU. Ouch.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, that's a double kill with the Showstopper, and that just won on the round there. 9-10 here. I feel like, I said, I think I was just getting it with the timeout, or like right at it. Anyways, just being able to hold the site. They're able to get bombed down. I mean, if we look at the scoreboard again, 4 rounds in a row where they just lose to defuses. I think SNHU is maybe moving around too much. They just need to get bomb, you know, put their swarm grenades, whatever they need to, up on their entries, bomb, whatever it is, and then just hold it. If an ultimate like that comes up where it is raised, yes, you need to move, but I feel like there's no reason to try and play tricky right now, especially with just like 3 rounds remaining that could just go to UTP and then you lose.
Oh, Seeker finally able to make a shot onto Potato. That is a devastating blow. And, you know, we do see that Suka was just collateral damage onto that, left on less than half HP. That is very, very tricky. Oh, we are also going to see that Rolling Thunder come out. Blitz able to find that pick onto Seeker, finally getting that Operator out, as well as Hoy is able to find one onto Joyce. That Showstopper coming out from Blitz as well. This is a very high impact round. I wonder if he's going to be able to find anything. Not quite able to, and he is forced to just let it go. But all 3 members of SNHU, you know, we've got Suka, we've got Blitz, and we've got Hoy. They're such low HP, but we are able to see that spike down on site. Will gonna shoot the legs out from under Suka, and we are also gonna see that Nano Swarm come up as the High Tide comes into play. The Cove coming out as well. Ming's gonna try to get that defuse down, but it's just not quite enough as of yet. Will and Minx each able to find their own onto Blitz and Hoy. Marcus Pork finally finding one onto Will, but it's not enough as Minx shoots the sheet out from under Marcus Pork and gets that diffuse down to bring them to 11 against 9.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... If I'm SNHU, I'm scared. I mean, that's just 2 more rounds that they have to win in order to, you know, get this W here. I mean, 5 rounds in a row just to defuse. They are able to get bombed down. They were able to hold it, but they were just so condensed where UTP didn't even have to check any other corner because they all knew they were in one area. So, again, I'm not playing. I don't know how intense this really could be here, but SNHU does have 3 ultimates. I think it's in their best bet to try and use as much as they can to their best ability, because I know that UTP is going to be using their ultimates as well, especially for the retakes.
Ooh, that Haunt coming up. But, you know, being able to shoot it out in time just guarantees that while they have a little bit of information, you know, they know that someone's there, but they don't quite know who is or how many there are. Suka gonna get that first pick onto Will as Joyce right there to get that trade, but not onto Suka, onto Blitz instead.
Yeah.
It's still down to a 4v4, and we are going to see that spike still on Snooze, so it's not too bad as of yet. That Nightfall coming out as well. Joyce is going to be caught in it. That Haunt coming out too, but Joyce just not stopping at all as he's able to get that pick onto Hoy. Funhaver Half also finding one onto Suka. Joyce finding a third onto Potato. Marcus Pork finally getting one onto Joyce, but he is also stuck in the Reckoning. The Prowler coming out. It is him and a Guardian. It is so unbelievably hard, and we are going to see them head into match point as Funhaver Half is able to get that last pick onto Marcus Pork.
Yeah, I mean, UTP UTP, they're in a pretty good spot right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see another. Do we get 2 timeouts per half?
1 timeout per half, 2 per game.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if Utica use a timeout or whoever, I'd probably use it now because like you don't know what's happening. Whenever it's match point, everyone plays different.
It's also so unfortunate because SNHU is not able to full buy here.
Yeah, they don't have a full buy. Like literally what you just said. Their strongest gun right now is the Guardian, and they can't.
I mean, the Bulldog's pretty good.
The Bulldog is good, but you can't afford the heavy shield that comes along with it. And just a trade comes out between both members of the teams here. And we finally see the Cosmic Divide come out. It's just they've got to use whatever they can to push towards C right now.
We are also going to have that lockdown come out to try and create just a little bit more space. Because in the end now, this is just a game for time.
Absolutely.
You know, they need to create as much time, as much space as they can. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't choose to plant the spike.
Yeah, again, they're playing. The last round is always weird. Everyone always plays a little bit different, something that you never really expect here. And SNHU could just sneak by. We see that Minx he had his knife out. It couldn't work out too well there. With all members of SNHU being there, they know that they're in that little area and they're going to be pushing up into C here. And now UTP has to play around that.
That was a great strategy actually coming out of SNHU. I don't think I ever would have expected that, so I can't even begin to imagine what UTP is feeling about it. Utica, Suka, however, finding a third against Will. Suka slowly rising up to win his team this round as FunHaverHav able to find Potato for another pick. It is down to a 3v2. Suka is left on 1 HP. FunHaverHav is going to find that pick against Suka. It's a 2v2. This is very, very scary for SNHU. This is the last round. They do not want to lose it. Blitz able to find Joyce. It is all up to FunHaverHav. He has been getting great kills, great impact kills at times of really, really big motivation. So he knows that he has to try and win his team this round. Hui and Blitz, they are going to be caught in this altercation in between FunHaverHav and them. Able to find a pick onto Blitz. Is he going to be able to find Hui as well? And he is, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to defuse, and he doesn't. FunHaverHav unfortunately falls to the spike, and SNHU lives to fight another round.
FunHaverHav still getting that 4-piece though. That cannot go unnoticed.
That was absolutely pivotal in winning that. Well, not even winning that, but I would say getting those picks.
Yeah, I mean, that's
he
insane.
took away 2 guns from SNHU, and you can see how that economy is hurt by that.
Yeah, and now, I mean, SNHU, they're finally able to buy up. At least, you know, you're heavier. They have the Vandals, the Phantoms, everything that they need to really push in here. It's just the fact that UTP has the Tour de Force out and ready, plus the Empress, and that's just so scary to work around with. But the blind is huge.
That flashpoint is exactly what they needed, and it was able to just push them away just slightly as Blitz tries to open that door, head into tree, get a little bit more space. We are going to see that Nebula come out as well, giving just a little bit more cover as Blitz is able to get onto site. Marcus Pork left on 33 HP. Poor Marcus Pork. Joy's gonna find that pick onto Hui. Marcus Pork coming from behind, getting 2. Suka also finding one onto Seeker. It is now a 1v4 situation. It's all up to FunHaverHav. I will never put anything past FunHaverHav. After that last round with the op, I believe he can turn this around if he so wishes to do so. The spike is already planted. He's caught in such a weird situation. He's going to be able to get that pick onto Suka. It's now a 3v1. We are still going to see Marcus Pork left on incredibly low HP, but Potato finally able to get him across, and he brings yet again another round home. SNHU lives to fight 1 more round.
If they are able to get this round, it is overtime. So I can only imagine that UTP right now is just like they have to use everything they have. Every member is buying to the fullest ability that they can, and they all have to try as hard as you can. This is the round that determines the winning or the overtime.
Yep.
So it's like everyone is locking in. It looks like SNHU is going to do the previous strat that they did before, just absolutely rushing down into A, because I can only imagine that's why they're all grouped up there. But again, it's like you always want to be careful playing.
Hui finding a really early pick onto Joyce, as Joyce is one of their earliest, pickers. It's really hard to have them out as that Nightfall sweeps through all of A, not quite able to pick anyone up. It was definitely an investment to make, but in the end, it might have been better to save that for a retake, as SNHU is still playing it extremely slowly. Looks like they're congregating towards A, but they haven't quite made a move yet. They are waiting for Utica to push into them. They know that they have to push into them at some point because of their really aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, or maybe they must be just trying to fake the rotate a little bit here and working out well in their favor. But Minx is just right there. He sees all of them, able to let their team know that they are still there and they did not move at all.
Yeah, that information is just so pivotal because in the end, it's just it's a numbers game. You know, whoever knows the most wins the game.
Definitely here. And now it looks like UTP, they're not picking any fights at all. They're playing retake and they're all staying next to each other. Want to be able to trade each other out in case SNHU is able to get a stray pick for whatever reason here. And they're slowly going to push out that smoke. Oh my god, it's like this.
It's so tense, just like you said. Suka getting a few picks off that, but Blitz going to get that second pick onto Will. You know, it's so scary right now, but Blitz and Hui just cleaning it up, finding both Mix and Funhaver Hop. It is all up to Seeker. He's caught in this corner as that Prowler comes out, and Hui finds the third onto Seeker. That is a flawless round, and we are heading into match point, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, Madame, but my hands are clapping.
My hands are normal, but that I am at the edge of my seat. I am, you know, I'm very scared. This is just insane. Everyone is now 3 ult points away from their ultimate. Everyone has a fixed rate of 5,000 creds, and it's just like at this point it's all just down to skill because everyone has the same. Everyone is fixed. It's all a fixed
points.
thing.
Match points make me so scared.
Do they? You're
I'm so nervous right now.
I mean, anyway, both fans on either side should be extremely nervous. It's almost like the Super Bowl. It's like this is it right here. It's scary. SNHU starting on the defense and UTP starting on attack, and they're playing split. I don't think we've seen this type of push in a very long time here. Each member is going into their own area, just trying to get a pick of their own. Looks like they're just trying to play default, trying to get a feel where the defenders of SNHU are.
Yeah, but we are going to see 3 from SNHU try to get that first pick, and we are going to have Potato actually capitalize off of that. This Prowler going to go through tree, try to get a little bit of information, but it's not quite enough at this moment. Will sending his boom bot out. He knows someone's out there, but where are they? They also know that they don't have the spike. That spike is down on Minx, and that is going to be great information for SNHU. Suka, Blitz, each able to find their own pick as Marcus Pork finds his next onto Joyce. It is a 1v5. It's all up to Funhaver Hop. Is he going to be able to bring this home? Is he going to take this 13th round? But in a 1v5 situation, it looks to be rather tricky, especially since he does not have the spike on him.
But he does have the haunt and the grab here. If somehow Funhaver's just able to figure out the best place to throw those, it can work out so well in his favor. But
that haunt coming out is just going to guarantee that they have the information, then they know where he is. He's going to send his haunt out. He still has his C's, like you said, but even if he's able to send that C's out, there are 5 people waiting to get that trade. And Suka gets that second pick, gets that flawless round on for SNHU. All they need is one more round.
Yeah, but especially hard because now UTP is going to be on the defense here. They have been going pretty strong, you know, at that moment there. Just it's again, when you're at such a fixed rate and all your ultimates are reset, it's like it's scary here. We see SNHU again kind of sticking together. Looks like they did a full push onto A, and it looks like they're maybe trying to mimic that onto B. If it doesn't work out, go straight to C. That's what I like about that door onto Lotus. You can just change sites so quickly here, and all of UTP, not all of UTP, but a good amount of UTP is just throwing their abilities right towards SNHU spawn here, as 2 members are extremely close to them, almost like surrounding them basically.
It looks like Minx is in a really good position, but Blitz is going to be able to get that first pick onto Minx. Still left at 100 HP as well. That was a little bit scary for a moment, but might look like they want to break the door. As Suka is able to get that pick onto Seeker. It's already down to a 5v3. Potato's going to get that spike down as well on B. I don't think I've seen them play B in a really long time, so definitely switching it up is working great in their favor. Joy's going to try and work his way up slightly, get onto site. He doesn't know that Suka is up there, however. Oh, he might know with that haunt coming up, and yep, he is able to get Suka out. Hui finally able to get that trade onto Joyce to bring it down to a 4v2. It's all up to Funhaver, Hav, and Will.
It's so scary. The tense is there. Everyone's nervous. I mean,
the tense is there. The tense is there.
It is there.
Do you mean the tension?
Absolutely, that's what I mean. But shots are firing. Marcus Pork is able to get one. He gets the other, and SNHU is able to get the win. Oh my goodness.
we
That
hear,
was
can we hear them go crazy?
what? What? What?
Oh, we
What'd
got
you say?
people running everywhere. But you know, this is a time for celebration.
I actually can't hear you. Like genuinely.
Congratulations to SNHU Yellow for an incredible, I would say, debut game on stream. What a way to announce that you are here. Genuinely.
Yeah.
And to Utica, what an incredible series. Genuinely, you have put up such a solid fight, bringing it back from 13-4 all the way to 13-11. And now, what was it, 14-12? 14-12,
yes.
if I'm not mistaken. So, just what a game.
Yeah,
what
no, literally.
a game.
I have no other comments. But this Saturday, what do we have this Saturday, Kaylee?
I know we have something.
We have
it's the
GSG.
GSG. There we go. For all of you Smash enjoyers out there, this Saturday we are coming back with our very special Granite State grind. Now, I'm no adequate Smash player, but I do play a mean Pyra and Zyra, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like you'd be a Kirby player. That's what I feel like out of the most out of everyone.
But anyways, for all of you, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be right back here tomorrow with our Super Smash stream. On Wednesday, we will have League of Legends, Thursday, Overwatch, and we'll be right back on Monday with yet again more Valorant. For all of you who celebrate, Happy Lunar New Year. For all of you who don't, still Happy Lunar New Year. We will see you guys so soon. Have a great one, everyone.